match. These two teams are going to be facing each other head to head. We're playing that match right now. So if I can have your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to your finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, the first team in the finals, we have Atlanta International Table Tennis Academy representing them. We have Wang. Next up, we got my man, Yijun Feng. I don't even need to introduce him, but I will. We got Wang. And today, they will be facing Team Joola. And Team Joola consists of Kewei. Kewei's shining like it's no tomorrow. And he's followed up on one of the top 25 in the world, ladies and gentlemen, Quadri Aruna. And the team captain, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Joerg Rosskopf. And our umpires today, our head official will be Yijun. Will be assisted by Peter from the USA. And if you could all rise for me right now, we will invite our good friend, Mr. Henry, to lead us off by singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight of last evening, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walked were so gallantly sweeping, and the rocket's red bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Now, before we begin the finals, I'd like to introduce a special guest and a good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, this person is one of the founders of Spin, New York, the world famous state of tennis club. We recently got back from North Korea diplomacy mission. And today, he wants to help out some of his friends. He's also actually coaching a team that just made the finals in their division, known as ATM. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for a special segment with my man, the infamous Wally. And yes, he is literally riding one single wheel. That is the craziest mistake I've ever seen. Mr. Rob, before we begin, you told me there's something that you wanted to do before we start. You want to tell me what that is?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Quadri, and myself, along with Joerg, we love clubs that are trying to do their thing, improving and trying to move to the next level. So I have some friends from Guyana, from a club called Untitled Chapter Club, and they're doing really big things, and they're trying to move on to the next level. But as you know, getting equipment and stuff like that is kind of difficult, right? So I want to help these guys out. So can I please have some members from the Untitled Chapter Club? Come on, guys, give these guys a warm round of applause. Alright. So I had spoken to Steph a little while ago, and he said that he had a problem with getting, the balls before he got the balls. So myself and Joola would like to donate 2 doses of balls to the tag team as well. I wish you guys good luck in the future, and never give up. Just keep going on what anybody tells you. Alright? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause, please.
Thank you so much, Wally. Thank you, Joerg. I'm going to invite our teammates to come and start warming up. Rosskopf will be ready. See, it's funny. You guys just witnessed us getting that 2 doses of balls, right? And in like 2 years, we're going to be everybody after this. So just waiting to see what happens when we get more people. What do they put the balls to play with? This is the finals. We're about to play now. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready.
Red? You have white. You will serve? You will stay there? 2 minutes. All right, and we're back for the finals of the North American Teams Championships, sponsored by Joola. We're here in Washington, D.C., outside of, or at the National Harbor, just outside of Washington, D.C. I'm here alongside Rajat, who was actually just in the last match playing for the Westchester Raiders. And I'm Brian Song. We're having the finals here between Team Joola, who's the #1 seed overall, favored to win, versus the Atlanta International Table Tennis Academy. And our first match is Joerg Rosskopf, the German national team coach, with Kewei, who trains in Nanjing, China, and he did very well last match in the semifinals. In any case, who do you think is favored here today, Rajat?
Hey Brian. Oh, I really think the Joola team with Rosskopf, Aruna, they are the favorite. Aruna is playing really good nowadays, so I kind of predict them to win the match. But table tennis, you never know what happens,
Right.
So Sai probably playing better than expected. He can probably change the match.
Who do you think is favored in this matchup right here between Rosskopf and Sai?
So Sai, actually, I kind of think he's underrated. Like he's rated 2,500, but probably he's quite better than that. So let's see the match is started.
Nervous miss on the first serve there.
A lot of pressure. Finals.
Now Sai is actually just 21 years old. Rosskopf, a fair sight older.
Rosskopf has all this experience of how to play a finals, how to play in front of the crowd.
Right.
He knows that well. You can feel Sai is a bit nervous, kind of. Doesn't feel so good for now. Start of the game.
It's a nice weak cross court. If you were to play Rosskopf, would you go for his backhand or forehand more?
I would really go for his backhand because he rolls the ball on the forehand. So you go on his forehand and he like rolls it back to you with a good speed. So it's good to catch him on the backhand, I would say. Getting old, Rosskopf, not moving faster.
It has been a long weekend of table tennis. Both of them probably played many, many matches. You know, hit you right in the legs.
Exactly. Quite tiring. Sai looks very, very fit in his legs. Maybe he's having some problems playing the left-hander.
Definitely. Rosskopf here up to a 6-4 lead early with the serve. That was very close to the sideline there. Rosskopf placing it very close down the line out to Sai's backhand.
Using all his experience.
And that was a tricky serve there. Right at the right elbow, fast and flat. Caught Sai off guard.
That was a really good serve because Kai is ready on the table, so doing something fast makes him unsettled. A good toss spin by Sai. Very powerful.
Oh yeah, it's totally got him with that serve. Just sat there. Sai took advantage, punished it.
Again, a very powerful forehand. That's probably a good strategy to play on the backhand of Rosskopf.
An 8-4 lead evaporates back to 8-all very quickly. Rosskopf is going to be kicking himself for not taking advantage here early. Five in a row to Sai now.
Good serve. Six in a row.
That forehand is very powerful. A little break with a net cord. Ooh. And Rosskopf just drops it in the blink of an eye there. He was doing so well to start, and then Sai steals it from him to take it 11-9.
It was a great steal for Sai. Good start.
Very good start. You know, just seeing that game there, it sort of seemed like Rosskopf, maybe the steadier of the two, tries to control the ball, control the point, where Sai is just more aggressive of the two. Would you say that is a good interpretation of the match so far?
That's exactly, you've got it completely right actually. So I mean, Rosskopf being the experienced guy, he's just gonna like control the ball, place the ball in the right place at the right time, and again like Sai is gonna use his forehand. I mean, Sai, if he doesn't use his forehand, it's gonna be difficult for him in the match.
Now, Rajat, you're a very highly rated player. You do very well in these tournaments. Have you played either of these guys before?
I haven't played both of them actually, unfortunately. I would have loved to play Sai.
That was a very nice backhand. Tough to hit those hard when they got so much spin on them, particularly off the backhand side.
That was the European backhand actually. It's very strong. Rosskopf is finding it a bit difficult to block because it's a lot spinny, the ball. Good strategy to attack on the backhand.
Going for the kill there. It was a little high. I felt like it was there to be had. Just missing it at the end of the reach. Maybe a little bit of weariness in the legs causing him to miss that one.
Maybe, yeah, you're right.
And follow that up with a bad miss off of the serve. He's up 5-2 to the side. Oh, wow.
Wow.
There's so little room to go there down the line. He just found the edge. Well, not the very edge, not the exact edge.
That was a good forehand by Sai.
He's built himself a little lead here. Sai getting the better of these rallies where they're both playing off the table.
I think Rosskopf is finding it very difficult to handle Sai's spin when he's away from the table.
Oh, right in the elbow there, the left elbow of the lefty. Very difficult to get out of the way of that shot.
Good placement again. This is how it goes when two offensive players are like playing. It's so technical that it's... the points get over very soon.
We have a quintuple match or a game point here for Sai for 2-0 lead. Takes it. He's running through Rosskopf right now. You know, Sai's estimated rating is 2,500. Rosskopf has an actual rating of 2662, 160 point differential there, 162 to be exact. But Sai looks like he's 162 points ahead of Rosskopf right now, which we should estimate this guy at 2,800 or something.
For sure. I think this guy is something around, let's say, between 2650 2700. We have to see more of him in more tournaments and more days to have a good hold of it, but probably somewhere around 2700. The way he's playing the end of the last game and this second game, he's on a roll. Let's see what Rosskopf does.
Both players playing very quickly. If I was Sai, of course I would like that. I'm on a roll. But Rosskopf, I feel, should slow the game down a little bit. Right now it's going so quickly. Points just piling up against him.
Yeah, it's exactly the offensive player style.
Wow.
Wow. That was really good backhand. So it's when two offensive players are playing, it's always like quick points, quick rallies and stuff.
Do you think it's important for Rosskopf to spend some time between the points, though, try to slow it down? Right now, he's going so fast. Taking no time between the points.
I don't know what he's probably like thinking in his mind. Probably he wants to slow it down. He wants to like attack slowly and get hold of Sai, but he's really not getting the spin. He's coming into it. I feel he's gonna come in.
Still in touching distance, and that's so important right now at 2-0 to not let it get away. He was not expecting that kill to come back to him. Wasn't ready for the second loop. Very nice defense by Sai.
He was a bit shocked. Not getting hold of the Sai's services.
Wow. Sai knew it was a winner, just falling off to the side, not even going to try to get back. Went totally for broke there. He's feeling very confident to go for that.
He's feeling very, very confident.
And this thing is over quick.
An easy mistake by Sai. Let's see if Rosskopf comes back. Going fast, Rosskopf. As you said, he should slow down.
Take a towel break. I mean, even there, Sai has all the answers, getting all those balls back. I mean, that last shot might have even been a little lucky from Rosskopf, a little chop block.
You're right. Actually, I didn't see Rosskopf taking a towel break, no timeout.
And now it's match point. And he's going so fast.
Yeah.
And that's it. 3-zip in a blink of an eye for Sai.
It was a really, really fast match. Very fast.
You know, what do you think Rosskopf could have done there? Did he just realize with all of his experience that this was sort of a lost cause, and on the changeovers he didn't hardly take any time. We're talking for about half a second and then they're back on the table.
Right. Actually, I was expecting like you also, like he taking some towel breaks, making some timeouts, taking some time off, slowing the game, going for some blocks, and then putting the ball on the table. But I don't know, for something reason, he was really not controlling the ball, or he was really feeling that he cannot do that, maybe.
And you know, Rosskopf has played so many matches at the very highest level. Maybe he just knew that that was his best game for that time, and he wasn't willing or didn't choose to adjust based on his opponent. That being said, we got another big match here. This time with Quadri Aruna for Team Joola playing Yijun Feng for the AITTA team, Atlanta International Table Tennis Academy. Actually, Yijun goes by Tom. He moved to the U.S. at age 8. He's 18 now, so that was 10 years ago. And he plays a very aggressive penhold style, as Rajat will be able to tell you. Yeah. They just played a very entertaining match in the semifinals. What do you think about Tom's game?
So I think Tom is very, very controlled player. So usually Chinese players, they are, as you saw Sai also, he was hitting the ball very hard, and they try to like really hit hard and break you down. But I think Tom is slightly different. He's good, has a very good backhand. He's pen holder and he has a very good backhand. He hits not very hard and he hits very spinny, very, very spinny. It's kind of unusual for Chinese players. And he serves very well. He serves very, very backspin and he's always there. But I probably think Aruna has an upper hand on this one. You never know. I was saying Team Joola had an upper hand, and you see how Rosskopf lost.
Rosskopf lost very quickly.
Maybe I'm wrong on this one again.
If it gets to the fourth game, we'll see Sai play Aruna. Both, I would say, those are the two strongest players on either team. We'll put it check by that one and look forward to that.
That's gonna be an interesting match, Aruna and Sai, because Aruna really knows how to play like an offensive player. So he's gonna be like very up there, and then he's gonna be like blocking there. He's gonna bring the ball back from behind. He's gonna do some lobs. So I think he's gonna be there. He's a very good fighter.
He's played some very aggressive Chinese players on the international stage. All the Chinese national team members, he's played all the highest level aggressive players.
Honestly, it was my best match, Aruna and Zhang Jike in the Düsseldorf World Cup. I was there live. I was sitting outside and
Really?
I was seeing the match. That was unbelievable tournament for Aruna. He beat Tang Peng before, and then he beat Shibaev. He beat Kenta Matsudaira. He was on a roll. I was thinking maybe he beat Zhang Jike also the first game 11-4, and Liu Goliang, the Chinese national coach, was sitting next to me because he was not coaching Zhang Jike that time. Somebody else was. And I saw Liu Goliang panic slightly, like he was looking around, like thinking if there is something going to happen.
Actually, we had a little tidbit about Sai. He has beaten Zhang Jike before.
Oh.
He played in the Chinese Super League. I don't know if they played in the senior division, but maybe it was in the juniors. I'm not sure. But in either case, Sai has a win over Zhang Jike.
Now you're making it more interesting.
We're already seeing some of that really nasty side spin from Tom. He can get that thing way out to the sides.
Seems to be on fire, Tom.
That must be such a heavy push for Aruna to hit that in the net.
These chops are very, very heavy.
Now Tom up to a quick 3-1 lead.
So Tom has a very good backhand, I was saying, like more like Wang Hao style.
With that reverse
Yeah.
pen hold.
Quick points for Aruna with his famous backhand service. It's really Nigerian style. Lucky point.
I saw Aruna playing in the semifinals earlier, and he played some amazing lob points. I would love to see some of that happen in this match.
I'm sure it will happen. That's typical Nigerian style, the lob from backhand side. Some quick points for Aruna.
Aruna's pulling ahead here.
Good backhand, I think.
Aruna looks very comfortable. He's hitting some great shots without really seeming to try that hard. Tom's going to have to play his A game here if he's going to try to make a dent.
That's good over the table control by Aruna.
Very nice touch. Ooh, able to play some good scrappy table tennis just then, but not able to execute on his opening.
Good control by Aruna.
That backhand is really sweet. I mean, how does he get all that power with the reverse side of his penhold? I mean,
good question.
Not enough there though. Aruna very comfortable hitting hard backhand loops, well, heavy at least.
Aruna seems to be like more set now after the tough match on semifinals that he had. He won 3-2.
Right, yeah, against the chopper.
Yeah. Now he seems to be like really set in the conditions, feeling the ball well. That's exactly what I was not feeling about Rosskopf. He was not feeling it well, or he was not like fighting it hard or something. Probably he's not so set.
What would you say to Tom right now about playing Aruna?
I would tell him to keep going the backhand, and his service are being a bit predictable. They are always on the they're always short, and they're always on the center backhand side. So you can almost always see Aruna with his right leg in front and ready to give it back.
See if he can make an adjustment here.
A good start.
Those guys are hitting it so hard from so far off the table.
Aruna is so good at this. Counter top spin. Trying to check his chart.
Nice block there off of a hard Aruna forehand. Now he's built himself a little 4-1 lead, coming out strong in the second game. That's exactly what he needs.
I think Tom has a really good backhand block. It's very compact, so he really puts it down and doesn't bounce so much.
And there's that backhand again. He's got no fear with that thing. We were saying it in his match with you. He really just commits to it and swings.
He really has a good backhand actually. And he's very stable in his backhand. He doesn't miss a lot.
Aruna able to draw out a wild shank from Tom. Might not be the best idea to go for the slow loop down the line to Aruna's forehand.
If I was playing Aruna, I would go on his backhand. On his forehand, he's waiting there to go on the counter top spin.
He's going to keep going for that kill, though. Do you think it's worth it, or should he put a little air on that?
Probably it was only the first backhand miss, so he's not so worried about it. I think he's going to go for it. He's going to keep going. We don't see him so much turn around and go for it, go with his forehand.
That was a very nice heavy loop straight to Aruna's right elbow.
You can see how heavy it is. The ball just kicks out and jumps everywhere.
Ooh, that ball just barely skimming over the net.
That's something Aruna will keep on doing.
But Tom now here, 7-5, and the serve. He can hold serve here. Be a very nice little lead going forward.
Tom must be really believing now.
That forehand is so strong. He hits it incredibly hard with all of his core, his legs. Doesn't seem to be swinging that hard, but it comes off with so much pace.
It's really fast.
That backhand is so solid. I mean, usually the penholds run all the way around it, but he's very powerful with that reverse backhand.
It's working for Tom.
Now very powerful short forehand loop, heavy, gives him 9-6.
Tom's topspin and the backhand is very, very spinny and slow. It's not so fast, but it's very spinny.
Here we are in the business end of this game here, 9-8. And we see a timeout.
That's a very good timeout. I would say, I mean, they are really believing that if he can win this set, they can really get an upper hand. With Sai putting some pressure after winning the first match, they really believe that they need this set.
What would you tell Tom here to do in this situation?
I think he's just gonna serve like short and make sure that he doesn't miss his backhand. He's gonna go on. He's gonna hit his backhand on Aruna's center. And he's gonna expect Aruna to like again miss, because if it's very spinny, he's just taking some time to again recalculate his plan and just come back with his backhand, I think.
I'd like to see him go for that right elbow again. Oh, yes. Totally fooled him with that reverse pendulum serve.
Changed his serve.
Yeah, I haven't seen him hit one of those the whole match. Gutsy play. Oh, and he takes it. One set all, or one game all now.
A good timeout. The timeout worked for him.
Timeout worked very well. Paid off handsomely. I can't believe he came out with that reverse pendulum at that. I mean, it was a good serve too. Clearly, Aruna had no idea where that thing was going.
It was a fantastic timeout. I mean, you as a player and as a coach are really happy when you took the timeout. They're like, oh, it really worked, you know, like it got me a set. I mean, that's exactly what timeouts are supposed to do. Like, that was a good calculation, I would say.
And now we're at 1-1 here. I mean, if Tom can take this game, or this match, that would put AITTA up 2 matches to love, and it's just first to 3 in the finals here, so that would be a very nice lead for them. That being said, it's still 1-1. Long way to go here for an upset.
Yeah, long way to go.
I think Quadri is going to come out here with some very aggressive play.
For sure, for sure. Rosskopf with all his, again, coaching guidance to Quadri.
It sounds like the AITTA team trying to get their man pumped up. I think that would be the best move.
This is the time.
Wow. What a backhand. That thing had side, just barely skimming over the net. Aruna had no chance.
He's playing very good, Tom.
Oh. This guy is so confident.
He's all pumped up. He's really expressing his emotions. He's pumped up.
Wow. And that's about as excited as you'll see Tom get. I mean, the last match he was cold as ice. Now he's getting fired up. Oh, he wanted to just rip that one too.
A good long service by Aruna.
Let's see if Quadri can try to turn the tides back. That's exactly what you want to see when you're Aruna, just pushing it low, underspin, getting your underspin back to you, and then hitting the heck out of it.
Exactly. Aruna should not block here to win this.
Ooh. A little tougher to make that shot at 4-2. That counter loop off of Aruna's heavy topspin is not an easy shot. He's made a few of them though this match so far. Has Tom.
It seems Aruna is quite clear. He really needs to attack to win points. He's probably won 1 out of 10 points in blocking here.
Wow. Over the table backhand. Tons of pace. Aruna can't defend that back on the table. And Tom is just on fire. I mean, like, even though he missed that shot, he felt confident enough to go for that counter loop off of Aruna's aggressive cross-court forehand flip.
I think the Chinese coach is saying the same. Go for it.
Go for it, definitely. All the momentum in Tom's favor right now, but still not that big of a lead at 7-4.
7-4 is not a big lead, but Tom is playing confident.
And now Aruna has a chance back with the serve at 5-7 to even it up. Maybe if Tom had another timeout, he'd use it, but only one timeout per player.
Only one timeout.
Wow. Aruna benefiting from a little net cord there, but I don't think he needed it. That was going to be a winner no matter what.
Yeah, a slight net, but I don't think that affects so much.
Missing the serve. Wow.
You really feel Aruna is trying to change things up because he's not comfortable out there.
He's not.
He can't block. Tom is blocking well. It's not going good.
Wow. And there again with a reverse pendulum. Aruna read it and looped it up. Tom wasn't having any of it and just smacked it.
He's playing good, Tom.
Oh, and a missed serve from Tom. Just when he's doing so well, he just coughs up a gift for Aruna.
He must be a bit worried about that.
That is gonna, well, will it take the wind out of his sails? We'll see. Ooh, he hadn't missed one of those all game. But right when it gets to the tough end of the game.
Now he's thinking since
Now
he
you
missed his service. So now he's thinking. So he's...
I can't believe.
I can't believe Aruna missed 2 services in this game.
I mean, that is incredibly rare. You just don't see that out of a player of Aruna's level. He must be very uncomfortable with, especially with the way Tom's playing. Wow.
Aruna is really worried, I think, because he's not getting the ball very fast to block easily. He's getting all spinny balls.
See if he does a reverse pendulum here. It's enough. I thought it was a let, but no. Tom takes that game 11-9 for a 2-1 lead, playing very aggressively, both backhand and forehand.
Tom has a very, very good service. He can do like the reverse pendulum, he can do the normal backspin, he can do the side spin, and everything is like very, very efficient.
You know, Tom is so tall. I was telling Vanessa this earlier in the semifinals. He reminds me a little bit of Xu Xin. He's very tall, plays pen hold, comes up with these pretty crazy shots. He's just not left-handed, you know?
Xu Xin is probably one of the, like, I don't know, my idol kind of players.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen his legs? He's like, I don't know, he can cover the whole table,
right,
like in so fast, and then play forehand everywhere, and everywhere you go, he's there. He's there with his forehand, like really putting pressure, going for it, and always there, always. Xu Xin is great.
Quadri's back out on the court early. Tom's team really trying to pump him up, it looks like. I mean, this is a 300 point difference here between Tom and Aruna. Oh, and these first points, I mean, if he can just build a little lead, get some confidence, you can see him to this W here. I mean, unbelievable play from Tom.
It's really good play from Tom, really effective. He's not letting Aruna play his game. He's keeping everything short, going with his backhand.
Oh, just a little too high, and that's what happens. Aruna really needs to be ready to wait for these little errors, because they will creep in as Tom gets closer to pulling off this massive upset.
He needs to use his backhand service. Like that.
And just as Rajat has prescribed, that backhand serve, coughing up a nice, juicy little high push there that Aruna annihilated. And there with a reverse pendulum. Quadri's getting used to it, though.
Quadri's getting warmed up, I think. He's going into the match, concentrating hard. He's getting into it.
I'd love to see a fifth game here. Quadri climbs out to 4-2 with the serve.
Aruna is a big fighter. Really a big fighter. He'll not let it go easily like this.
I don't think so.
He's gonna get in, get his backhand service in, get his forehand topspin in.
Oh, and now Quadri hitting those shots that Tom was hitting just a second ago off of heavy opening loops. Quadri's going for the kill. Missing the drop shot there.
Tom is keeping everything short, not letting anything go out.
Wow. I mean, that's sort of the Xu Xin stuff you were talking about. His arm is so long, he can reach that forehand, just directed it at the short angle, no problem. Wow.
The backhand is getting spinnier, powerful.
It's getting better over the course of the match, which is amazing to me because it was already pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll take that error knowing that he needs to go for these shots if he's going to pull off the upset.
He's really finding it difficult.
Oh, wow.
That was a fantastic risk taken by Tom. He completely surprised Aruna. Completely surprised.
Aruna still able to reflex it back on the table, though. You thought that there was about to be a long lobbing point there. Tom said, whatever, I'm going to crush it.
It could have been a game changer.
Aruna was somehow ready. Oh, and now we have 5-8.
A slight edge for Aruna.
The momentum
Lucky
shifting.
point.
Would love to see a fifth game. And those are those counter loops you were saying Quadri's so good at. They're really coming out now. 9-5 with a serve.
That's exactly what's helping Aruna. Wow. Always there with his backhand.
His arm is so long, but he's able to generate so much power at the end of his reach. And Aruna loses both points on his serve to give Tom the chance to even it up. He's been using that reverse pendulum almost every time now.
It's working.
That's incredible. You know, I feel like all the pen holders would run around and hit a forehand there. Tom says, oh, and we have a timeout from Aruna.
Aruna is really feeling this now. He's feeling this now. He's taking a timeout, trying to slow things down. That's probably Rosskopf also is advising him.
But yeah, you know, as I was saying about Tom's backhand, I mean, pen holders, you feel like 99 out of 100 players would take those shots for forehands. Tom, so confident in his backhand, he just whips it.
Tom is a very stable player. He doesn't like, he plays backhand, the ball's on the backhand side with his backhand, the ball's on the forehand side with his forehand. He doesn't try to like turn around or go out crazy with his legs because he's a very stable player. He's doing very well because the stability is helping to block. The stability is helping to play backhand. So it's working well now. Let's see what Aruna does after this timeout.
Tom has a serve. Something tells me he'll go back to reverse pendulum.
Ooh. This is what a timeout does. It changes some rhythm. The ball goes out, the service goes out. Aruna is there to ready to hit the ball.
Something tells me Rosskopf said to Aruna, look, this reverse pendulum is coming. Be ready. Crush it. Unbelievable shot. Oh my goodness gracious. It was almost casual. I mean, he was standing straight up. Aruna knew that was going to be a winner, but wait, says Tom. He brings it back with this crazy chop block. Oh, wow. And now we're at 10-all. How in the world did he make that shot 2 points ago? Now Aruna's a little rattled.
There's a lot of backspin out there. Aruna is feeling the backspin too.
Incredible. Tom has not missed one of these backhands when it's counted. And it's his ad. What an upset.
Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
We're talking about an 18-year-old kid beating a top 100 player in the world. Do you know what Quadri's world ranking is these days?
He's probably in the top 30, 35, I think. Like, after the World Cup he played, he was around 25. He's probably dropping it a bit, but he's really up there. He's really up there. Look at the Chinese people, how excited they are. That's a big win.
Nuts.
That's a big win.
I mean, so I'm just going to do a little quick math here. Looks like a 315-point difference between these two, and those are real ratings, not estimated ratings as with Tsai. Quadri Aruna dropping the match to 18-year-old Yijun Feng, or Tom as he goes by. He's been living in the U.S. now for the last 10 years. But man, did he just pull off a sweet win.
That was an unbelievable win. That was really unbelievable. I really doubt now if Team Joola can have a chance to come back Rosskopf going down 3-0. Aruna going down 3-1.
Well, in this next match here, we have Timothy Wang versus Kewei Lee. This is another match where the Joola team is favored. Lee is 27-24, and Tim is at 26-06. So we're looking at more than a 100-point difference here as well. And just looking up Lee, he has a big win in the 2014 Carry Cup over Yijun Wang. I know Yijun is a top 100 in the world player as well, or if not top 100, he definitely competes at the highest level on the international stages. And then, of course, Timothy Wang is, or has been, one of the U.S. national champions.
Unfortunately, I have not seen so much of Kewei Lee around here. He's probably not from New York or Maryland or around here. He's probably from Texas, I think. So I haven't seen him so much. He's a chopper. However, I don't know how he plays this. He has a big match up his sleeve. Big match.
So it says here, at his peak, Kewei Lee was ranked number 10 in China and practiced regularly with the national team. After his time in the Chinese national team, he spent 6 years in the Italian leagues, where he played on the same team as Jean-Michel Saive, who is a 7-time Olympian and formerly ranked top 10 in the world. And actually, he's recently moved to Houston from Atlanta and focuses on coaching in Texas. So you were right about that, and trains with Jimmy Butler at his new location. Jimmy Butler, of course, is the current U.S. national champion.
Exactly. I was speaking to Jimmy yesterday, and he was telling me he's beaten Kewei Lee like around last month or something like that. And Jimmy was saying that I don't think Lee is very on top of his game right now.
He's probably more in coaching mode than competing mode. That being said, top 10 in China, or number 10 in China, is nothing to sneeze at. Tim Wang is going to have his work cut out for him, but we've already seen a huge upset in Tom taking down Quadri Aruna. Is there another upset in the works?
It's going to be a big match.
And we see here already that Lee has a bit of tape around his right elbow. And, you know, when you're coaching all the time, you're really not training. Meanwhile, I know Tim has been training very hard this past year, trying to make a run for the Olympics.
Yeah, Tim recently moved from California back to New Jersey, where now he plays and trains.
And I love watching these matches between the aggressive and defensive choppers. So beautiful to see.
That was heavy, the chop. I like this modern defense. So the modern defense is when you chop from the backhand, and from the forehand you like kind of cover the ball and you don't really chop. They do that a lot, modern defense in Europe nowadays. Some kids playing modern defense, it's wonderful to watch.
And all these defenders these days have very powerful forehands when they get the attack. So it's not enough to just loop it back on the table slow and high. They will punish you.
Oh yes. I have played against Gionis Panagiotis, the Greek defender, who's the master of modern defense. He has a big forehand.
Tim finally getting on the board here at 5-1.
Seems like Tim is having some problems against the defense. I don't know if he purposely wanted to play the third match against the defensive player, or it was a strategy, or seems to be working fine now for Atlanta now, for now.
That's a quick 7-1 lead for Lee.
It's working good, his defense.
Not quite getting the read on that chop is Tim. Those are some flatter shots. He was lifting them off the table just a second ago. Maybe now he's feeling comfortable going for the hard drives forward as opposed to the heavy loops up. I mean, look at all the spin on that ball. It hits the ground and it's just rolling all the way back.
Yeah, that's a lot of backspin, a lot of backspin. Tim is playing good now. He's playing over the table, not taking it too late.
Oh,
That's a lot of backspin.
that's a nightmare net cord. You're never going to get that back on the table. And it looks to me like Lee is just either hitting deep dead balls or deep heavy underspin, and Tim can't quite tell the difference. And to be quite frank, I can't tell the difference either from up here.
I mean, the backspin is so much that it's working very good. It's working fantastic. It's so much backspin. I don't think he needs to. I think Lee is quite relaxed now. He's thinking everything is working good.
A quick 11-3 game one for Lee. Those chops are just mesmerizing to watch. They sort of warp through the air, land on the table, but you better believe those things have heavy, heavy underspin. It's like a sinkhole.
What I didn't see from Timothy Wang in this game is he didn't go on Lee's forehand a lot.
No.
The backhand was like really heavy and backspin, and he was still going on the backhand. Probably now the coach will be like working in Tim's ear, telling him, go on the forehand, check it out. If it's very backspin, if it's the same, maybe it's less, maybe you can attack better. That's probably the technique, that's probably the strategy that they're going to be taking, because going on the backhand, I think Tim has absolutely no chance. 11-3 was
not a good game one. Maybe Tim will get the read on Lee's serve as well. Lee is using pretty much the same exact motion, same exact depth, but the difference in the spins must be so drastic. Tim is not able to get the feel for it. Oh, but now he's going for a backhand serve right when I say that. Tim showing a little bit of variation here. Earlier he was just content to hit the heavy spin loops. That one was a flatter one, a drive right into the body. Wow. Oh. So he went to the forehand there.
It worked well when he went to the forehand, right?
It did. And actually, I guess that next ball had less spin because it's not long pips or whatever he's playing with on that backhand side. It was smooth. But that's what you want to see, right? Being able to vary the depths like that. That's the only way he'll get him to out of his comfort zone.
I think Lee is playing on the backhand with pips and no sponge, like really wood. Wow, that was a good rally. So it's like very, very thin spawns on Lee's backhand and then the pips. So it goes lot of backspin and it needs a lot of technique to do that.
Do you think they're long pips? Or are they short with no sponge or somewhere in between?
I don't think they are short because they are like, I don't think so. Because if it was short, you cannot chop, like you cannot put so much of backspin. I mean, probably you can, but it's not so easy. And you see the ball coming off his racket very, very slowly. It says that it's long pips with very little spawns.
I mean, Tim already having to work so hard. Meanwhile, the chopper and Lee is floating in the backcourt.
Tim is really not getting the read of the spin. When is it backspin? When there is no spin? When he's getting his own spin of his service back, he's not getting the read of it.
Yeah, he's a little frustrated, shaking his head. I think if you're a viewer out there and you play a fair amount, you can really sympathize with Tim if you played a chopper who's just been a nightmare for you.
Choppers are very difficult.
And you know, if you're a chopper out there, well, here's a guy that you want to copy is in Lee. This guy is really showing us how it's done.
I really wish a lot of young people in the crowd, they watch this chopper and they pick up the racket and say, I want to be a chopper. It's going to be so good for the game.
I mean, I want to be a chopper right now watching this. My backhand is terrible anyway. Maybe the answer is switching the long pips and doing a little chopping. Oh, wow. He was putting side on that chop. Just showing off at this point.
We call it like backside, you know, it's a backspin plus side spin.
What a nightmare. Oh, and that's it. Another 11-3 game. 2-0 for Lee.
So that's another thing about the defensive players. A defensive player, a chopper with good service, a good attack, he's like, he can win points everywhere. He can win his points with his service, with chops, with putting the ball on the table, with attack. It's a nightmare. I would encourage you to pick up chopping also.
Well, you know, even though we don't want to see Tim go away so quickly, I am excited about the next match. Not to look ahead too soon, but that will be Quadri Aruna versus Sai, who we saw earlier just put the beat down on Rosskopf. So that will be an exciting match for sure. And something tells me that Quadri is not going to lay down for that one. He's really going to be fired up for that match after dropping the upset to Yijun Feng.
I also think he's not so happy with his racket, Aruna. So he's like taking out another one now and trying to see if it's rolled well.
In the meantime, Tim is going to have his hands full trying to come back from this deficit here.
That's another strategy to play a chopper.
Oh dear. I mean, you just watch the ball after the point's over, and it hits the ground, and it's just rolling all the way back to Lee's side, no matter what happens. If it's, if Tim hits in the net, Lee hits in the net, who knows where it's going, but it's always going to go back to Lee's side. All that underspin. Look at this. If it goes off, it's going to come all the way back to Lee. I mean, every time, that's how much spin is on that ball.
I think Tim needs to change something.
Oh. Lee feeling confident enough to try to hit that one for the winner.
That was a good change. Like, he went for a very slow topspin, Tim. He made Lee go for some attack, and he got a point. He should try to do something different now, Tim. Maybe go for one topspin, one drop, one topspin, one drop. It's a good strategy to play against defense. That's working.
That is what he's doing right now. I would definitely like to see Tim make a match of this. Right now, it's still all in Lee's momentum. Great shot. A little bit of a net cord there, but Tim really committed to hitting that one with force rather than trying to loop it.
I'm glad to see he's changing something and he's fighting hard.
Oh no. I mean, once you leave that ball up there, Lee is very comfortable saying, thank you very much.
That's
Bye-bye.
always a risk when you go for a drop. I think it's a worth a risk now to try.
Oh. That ball is so high, but Tim still has to try to hit high with margin on that shot because it is dropping like a stone. That is how much underspin is on that.
That's a lot of backspin.
Now, if Tim's not careful here, this thing could be over in the blink of an eye. Oh, and a timeout. Coach is thinking the same thing.
The last time the Chinese coach took a timeout, you remember.
Right. Tom won that game. What was it, 9-8 in the second of the match versus Aruna? I think so. Tom came out firing and won it.
It changed everything.
Oh no. That's not what you want to see coming out of timeout, but maybe there's not a whole lot Tim can do about it.
A chopper taking easy points like this makes his life so easy. Like 2 easy points on the service for a chopper, and the other guy is already saying, oh, maybe it's not my day.
Tim might be thinking of the drive back to New Jersey. This is the only match he'll play in this best of five matchup. It's so beautiful to watch, the different spins that Lee puts on the ball. That being said, Tim is trying to hang around as long as he can. I wonder why they would play Lee once and Rosskopf twice when Lee is the higher rated player. Oh, yes. Just falling over the table to try to make that shot.
Just giving everything he has.
I would love to see it. I mean, even though he's down by quite the margin, he's not going to go down without a fight if he can help it.
That's a fantastic thing the question that you asked. Why would Lee go for the third position and Rosskopf go for the second one?
The only reason I can think of is that fitness is a factor. Lee plays a demanding choppers game. And he does have that tape on his right elbow. And now Tim creeping back into this game. 8-9. Can he even it up? At least give himself a shot. Ugh. I mean, he's really got to strike the balance here between aggression and safety, you know, margin here. Hitting with all that top spin is not going to trouble Lee, but at the same time, if he's going to try to go aggressively with those flatter shots, runs the risk of dumping in the net like he just did there.
He's trying to go for it. I mean, he's just taking a risk, I think. Wow. A chopper finishing off the game like that.
Make no mistake, Lee knew exactly what he wanted to do there. Just demolish that ball. And now we have the matchup between the two best players on either team here. Between Tsai and Quadri Aruna, Tsai Wei and Quadri Aruna. We saw earlier Tsai just completely destroy Rosskopf in 3 straight games, untroubled. His estimated rating is at 2,500, but we've all seen today that that is very low for him.
Surely he's better. Coming back to your point about the Lee playing the third position, I was thinking about it. I probably think it's because, I don't know, they think that Aruna is going to win 2 matches and Lee is going to win the third match and it's going to be a sealed match. And Rosskopf maybe not feeling very good after the whole, I don't know, the journey he had to do from Germany to here, not feeling the ball well here, getting into coaching business, like, not of the coaching business, but the coaching thing where he's like German national coach. He's not training so much. He's more focused on Dima Ovcharov and Timo Boll and Patrick Franziska and Patrick Baum.
Well, so why wouldn't they have Rosskopf play the 1 match in line 3 and have Lee play 2 matches?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they would say, I don't know, Rosskopf could lose the third match and maybe Lee loses the first match to Tsai and it comes down to the 5th game where Lee plays Tom. It could be, I mean, it's a very safe strategy. The second best player playing the third position is a safe strategy to secure your things. But I mean, nobody would have ever dreamt Aruna losing to Tom.
Right. And now we have, like I said, the matchup between the 2 best players on either team. Aruna coming in at 28.47 rating. And Tsai, as we said, at an estimated rating of 2,500, but that is not what he's been playing at so far. Aruna obviously having experienced table tennis at the highest levels. But then Tsai, training in China and Nanjing, he's played Super League, and he's also managed to get a win off of Zhang Jike. We're not sure what stage that was at, but I would be telling everybody and their grandma that I beat Zhang Jike if I had that on my resume.
That's a very good thing, actually. For sure he will remember it always. Aruna must be like really kicking, itching to go and win this one.
I know. Look, he's already very active, moving around. Oh yes, and he's showing the speed there. getting to that ball and then just very gently pushing it or blocking it into that angle, the short angle. Sai can't get to it.
Trying to race ahead, Aruna.
Aruna being very active. He's moving quite a lot. He wants to have a fast start here. He knows he needs it. Wow. Did that go around the pole? I think it did.
I think so. It was a good reach by Sai. You can actually see, Aruna having some difficulties with the short ball, not flipping so much. And for once, I see Aruna not moving around. He's a bit tired, maybe.
Right, he seems to be jumping around in between the points. But in the point, is the explosion in his legs a little weaker than the start of the weekend? Maybe.
Lucky point for Aruna.
In a tournament of this magnitude, with all these matches being played, even world-class athletes get a little leg weary at the end in the finals. Not to mention all the pressure, the mental pressure, making you weary in the head too.
I met Aruna on Friday. He did a long journey as well.
Oh, the second time that he's gotten that little flip to dribble over the net. We'll be happy for that, because that's the difference between 8-4 and 6-6.
You're right. Luck favoring Aruna.
Oh, now he's got the lead here at 7-6. Both of these little long pushes here are sort of confusing Sai. They're going deep and long into the body. Sai's not quite able to get around it to make a good loop.
Oh my God.
How in the world does he hit that?
That's Aruna. You can clearly see the difference here. Sai never using the backhand. Aruna being quite comfortable with that. We can see the difference. Sai always going with his forehand.
And Sai here down 10-6 after that, dropping a quick loop. And 11-6 to Aruna after that ridiculous point to give Aruna the 9-6 lead. Starting out with a little lobbing, but then Aruna takes it, turns around and just nails a forehand. I don't know, he must have been 20 feet behind the table. Just crushed it.
That was a fantastic point. Maybe the point of the finals, maybe?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
I hope to see more of that from these two. Something tells me that that won't be the last time we see an amazing point like that.
We're gonna see this more and more and more. And I'm quite sure I don't see Rosskopf around here, or maybe he's just there but he's not coaching. I can see him preparing for the last match.
I think Rosskopf is going to definitely be warming up, doing some stretches, trying to keep himself warm. It'll be him and Tom, Yijun, Feng for the finals, if it does come to that, come to the fifth game. Sai here finally benefiting from his net court of his own. Oh, 2 in a row. 3 in a row if you count the one from the last point. So 3 net courts for Sai and 2 points.
Luck is on Sai's side now.
The net wants Sai to win this game.
This probably is the difference.
I mean, just sick touch to start that point. So short, so heavy under. Aruna can't control it back in the same way, and Tsai just unloads on a forehand.
Has a big forehand.
You know, we've been talking about Tsai's forehand, but in these last few points, he's shown some great touch. Wow.
You see Aruna being overpowered here. The ball is like passing and hitting his racket on the edge. He's not having that time to wait for the ball. It's coming really fast.
He's just a split second late. That makes all the difference. Oh, but Aruna is trying to be active. That being said, that miss there looked like a tired legs type of miss. You'd expect him to lift that one up. Or maybe he got fooled by the underspin.
I think it's a combination of tired legs and mentally not being prepared to play all this. They never thought they would lose to...
They never thought they'd lose to a 2,500 rated player.
Yeah, and now it's like the pressure building up and...
Oh,
Like all those lucky points.
That's 3 lucky points for Tsai. 2 neck cords and an edge. Tsai looking very comfortable now.
Taking his time, taking the towel break. Does not want to lose this one for sure. 9-3.
That high ball sent right back into Aruna's body. Now we have 6 game points for Tsai. Oh. I mean, that's just so fast. And then still powerful. You know, he was moving away, but then able to just... the timing is so good right at the top of that little push there, and then he's able to hit it without that much spin to get it past Aruna quickly.
For a minute I was wondering who's the world ranked player and who's the estimated 2,500.
All right.
He was playing around with the world ranked player. 11-4.
11-4. Yeah, well, that's a quick turnaround from Aruna sort of getting the jump on Tsai at 11-6 in the first game. So 2 games go quickly. 1 to Aruna and 1 to Tsai. So we'll see here if one is going to really take control of this match. Something tells me that both players are now going to play at their highest level. We're going to see it, hopefully, a deuce game.
For some reason I think Aruna is both physically and mentally tired a bit.
There's that backhand serve. Maybe we'll see more of those moving forward.
Having seen Aruna play since a while, he uses this backhand service in crucial points. I think he's going to use it more.
Wow. Tsai was aiming for Aruna's right elbow there. Aruna, though, putting on a burst of speed, able to get around and knock it right back.
Tsai is thinking well. Slight net again.
But now Aruna up to 5-1. I guess so far neither player playing at the highest level at the same time. Both players having sort of dips and peaks. and it's led to 2 somewhat lopsided games to start.
That's something Aruna has improved a lot in the last year, going with the backhand and backhand to backhand, going for the roll.
Oh, yes. The amount of side spin Aruna can put on those balls when he's chasing the forehand out wide. I mean, this is incredible. Those things are traveling 6 feet to the side.
That's table tennis is at a very, very, very good level, if not the highest level.
It's like right angles, basically, from the bounce. Oh my goodness gracious. How did he get that ball?
Sai is playing really good.
Now things are cooking.
Was it 6-2 and it's 6-5? 3 points in a row for Sai?
Maybe we'll see a timeout from Aruna's camp. Oh, great backhand. Totally catches Sai off guard. Of course, Sai is going to be looking for the forehand. Aruna knows it. Opportunistic backhands down the line like that will definitely pay dividends moving forward. You definitely have to be careful, though. Oh.
I probably think Aruna is a bit rushing here.
Should slow down a bit.
And Sai taking his time and Aruna really rushing into it. I don't know if it's the best strategy for Aruna.
Very close in this third game. Oh!
That was a big mistake.
That could be the match right there if Aruna gets this 2-1. Oh God, but he doesn't even remember it. He just unloads on a heavy, heavy loop. A heavy low loop, not even a high loop from Aruna. No fear there. After making a pretty boneheaded mistake in that fault. Oh yes, he fooled him with that underspin. It looked dead from here. Clearly had a little bit more under it though. That forehand is so good. And he's ready for the next one is the thing. I mean, he killed it. Aruna did not hit a bad block back. Probably sent it back in less than half a second. But Sai already back in position to hit a crushing forehand back the other way, and Aruna can't get to it.
You can really see Aruna hesitating if the ball is short or not.
Oh, it's great touch. Great touch and great speed, because Sai was moving back, hoping to get a nice loop. Wasn't able to get it, instead of moved back up into the court to hit a nice drop shot. Very difficult to do. Oh, and now his team is getting very fired up. Brings it back to 10-all. This is what we were hoping to see. Nice deuce game in the third here to really decide momentum for this match. Oh! Well, it might not be the highest level with those faults, but man, is it adding to the drama. Oh, now we're talking.
That's why I feel Aruna is rushing.
Oh, the leg cord!
That was a lucky point. Lucky point. I guess Aruna, I hope he takes some time. He's
taking
thinking.
some time. He's thinking.
That's a good strategy, I think. Taking some time.
But I'm surprised he's not going to backhand serve. Oh, wow. Sai aggressive with a backhand for once. Goes down the line. Catches Quadri completely off guard.
Sai has been doing that, going down the line like a few times. He
Pulling out all the
knows.
stops. Oh, jeez, these guys playing unbelievable right now.
Now maybe he goes for the backhand service. Now he takes his time.
Now he's getting the towel.
Now he's feeling it.
Aruna confident enough to go for that heavy loop out to Sai's forehand off of a tricky serve. Here's the backhand serve. Oh, wow. And a timeout by Sai. He's got game point here to make it 2-1.
Sai is playing nothing less than sensational. He's really, really good. This rally was playing counter topspin for 3 times. He was still there and he was putting Aruna out of the position.
And that's just world class right there. You'd imagine Aruna would have a point like that against Ma Long or something. And now Sai with the serve. I'd be very curious to see what serve he brings out. I'm sure he'll be looking for a forehand.
Dive with the serve and after the famous timeout. Do you think he goes for the reverse pendulum again?
Oh, maybe so. I've seen him do high toss serves in earlier matches. Those things always seem to confuse people.
This is telling me he's going to do something new. Some new service.
Either way, I think we can bet that he's going to try to hit a forehand on the next shot. Wow. I mean, the level out of Sai is unbelievable. Before we're talking about how good his forehand is, then we're talking about how good his touch is, and now we can talk about how good his backhand is down the line. Aruna is not quick enough to get there, despite being one of the fastest guys, in the world at this. Sai able to just control that backhand down the line for a quick strike, takes the game 14-12.
Sai has been blocking very, very good this game. Very, very good. He probably took 6 points, 7 points just by blocking down the line and making Aruna run more.
Aruna's got to be ready for that in this next game. I mean, too many times he's been caught trying to tamp out on that backhand corner, hit the forehand inside out. Rosskopf is back in his corner trying to tell him some stuff. Lee is saying some stuff as well.
Yeah, I would say Rosskopf is thinking, let's finish off this first. Let's finish this match.
Right.
There is no point thinking about the next one.
Now 2-1 for Sai. Must-win game for Aruna. Team Joola.
That's a lot of spin and power.
Aruna is going to try to fight now. Definitely too proud to let it go away without a fight. And now some big, big forehands out wide.
Now he's pushing his legs inside the table, getting topspin.
I mean, that's just great touch from Sai. I mean, how is he able to just basically place it right on, so short on the other side. Oh, wow. Aruna slipping or something on that shot.
But you could really see Sai waiting for it.
He's waiting. His backhand is getting more confident as each point goes. That being said, Aruna building himself a nice 4-1 lead here. If he can get this point, he'll have 2 points to the good for his serve. Oh, yes.
He was right on the table to hit it.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's going to the side of the table to hit it. He's moving so quickly, and he wants to get so close to that ball that he goes over to the side of the table to get closer. And there's that touch again. I mean, that's so low, so short.
That touch is putting all Aruna's spin back on him. Wow.
Aruna showing why he is a world-ranked player. Those loops have so much action on it. I couldn't return one in 100 tries.
That's a lot of spin there.
Oh, again. Aruna has to make an adjustment. I mean, he's getting beaten over and over again with that backhand down the line. He's got to understand that this guy has that shot. And now we're back to 5-all. Aruna building a good lead for himself, but then seeing it slip away. Ooh, finally Tsai misses one of these touch shots.
That would give Aruna a hell lot of confidence, I think. Some good serves, a nice block.
Let's hope Aruna can be ready now for a backhand down the line from Tsai. He's been beaten on that many a time now. I'd like to see him pounce on it. That very interesting sort of side spin chop return out to Tsai's forehand, not troubling Tsai at all. He kills it. But a few inside-out misses off the forehand gives Aruna a 2-point lead with the serve.
I think he's going to be much more efficient with his serve now, Aruna. Feeling better.
Oh. And that time he was dead to rights again. That backhand down the line from Tsai. But Aruna able to put enough action on it to prevent Tsai from getting the shot in.
Aruna is really not having the time to do the counter topspin. It's coming so fast. He's surprised. He's caught.
He must feel that his backhand is not strong enough to hang. Like right there. And so that's why he's so eager to try to run around, hit a forehand, and then it's leaving him open down the line. And now we're at 8-9. Aruna would pay dearly to have this point.
Aruna is putting a lot of backspin in his receive, a lot of underspin, and he's thinking that maybe Tsai will make a mistake, which he's not, so he's not ready to block the ball there.
Aruna wants this point very badly. And he gets it. 10-8 now. Game point for the fifth.
I think the no spin receive for Aruna is working better than the underspin or backspin. Kai came back from 10-8 last time. Maybe he can do it again.
Oh, and 1 point to the good there. The Atlanta team getting very excited. And here with the backhand serve. Oh, it's not enough. Tsai reads it perfectly, able to kill it.
The backhand serve going long. Aruna must be kicking himself. He's not so happy.
And now we're back at deuce. Oh my goodness, we're so close to the end for the AITTA. Aruna fighting back, but it's not enough. Tsai very confident with his forehand. This guy is so jacked up. Match point. And this is for all the prize money here. $10,000 to the winner.
Match point AITTA.
Unbelievable.
That was really unbelievable. Aruna was outdone. Aruna was outdone by Sai and Tom completely.
You gotta credit. I mean, obviously it's a disappointment for Aruna. The guy comes in with the highest rating in the tournament by some margin at 28.47. But you really gotta credit both Sai and then actually particularly Yijun, Feng, and Tom. He did not back down and pull off the upset. And then Sai is showing that we really need to update our estimated rating system. 2,500 is clearly not high enough. And so we have our champions, the Atlanta International Table Tennis Academy, winning this year's Joola North American Team Championships 3-1 over the favorite Team Joola.
That was a fantastic win. Fantastic. We might have to check our records, but I believe that Sai was unbeaten in the tournament. I didn't see him losing any match.
I mean, it's very possible. The way he's playing right now, I would not be surprised if he was undefeated in the tournament. You know, maybe...
When I was playing the semifinals, somebody had told me that this guy has never lost a match this tournament. And so, I don't know, maybe he didn't lose anything. You might have to check that, but that was a fantastic match.
I mean, just moving forward, we got Yijun Feng, who's, I believe, trying to make the American national team with a huge win over Quadri Aruna, a world-ranked player. I mean, that's going to do the world of confidence for him. And then, of course, Sai, you know, also beating world-ranked player. He's only 21 years old, so maybe we'll see him in international competition very soon. I know he's played in the Chinese Super League. And then, you know, both players are just gonna feel really good with that win over Quadri Aruna.
As much as we want to keep talking about Sai and not losing any match and playing a fantastic match, can we even forget Yijun Feng? What a match he played against Aruna.
What a match. Showing a very cool and collected game there with that backhand, that reverse 10-hole backhand, solid as a rock all tournament long. Took you down with it, and then he takes down the number, I don't know what exact ranking is, but one of the top 50 players in the world.
Honestly, I never felt Yijun Feng. I mean, I was playing with him. I played not so bad, I would say. I could have played better, but the team score being 2-0 for AITTA was not so much motivating for me. But again, I mean, come on, he's beating Aruna Quadri like with a lot of confidence with his backhand and stuff. I think Aruna was maybe mentally not so prepared, or probably, I don't know, thinking about something else. He was not in the game.
Right. Certainly travel has a lot to do with it. When you travel international flights to get out here and then to play young, hungry guys trying to dethrone you, it's not easy to play at your highest level.
Trust me, traveling is... I still play the French league, and it takes a lot of toll on me. It's not easy at all. You think that you're there, you think that it's not affecting you, but it actually is.
All the time zone difference, very difficult. And now we have our winners here. That being said, this will end our commentary for the match. I'm Brian Song along Rajat Hugli. And we are finished here at the 2015 North American Team Championship, sponsored by Joola, out here in Washington, D.C., just outside at the National Harbor. Here are our champions, the Atlanta International Table Tennis Academy. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll tune in next year.
And sideways. And of course, the legendary Wang. So everybody still here, please see your champions. So a warm round of applause. And made it through. Untitled Table Tennis this weekend. One reminder, if you want to sign up for next year, you get $300 off. And stop by our program here. We've got all sorts of sales and holiday plans. see you guys all soon.